Hi students, in this video I am going to teach you how to write the Lewis dot structure of the species NO3 minus, NO2 minus, NO2 and NO2 plus and their bond angle order. Okay, so these questions you can often find in most of the competitive exams, and students somehow find it confused to solve it, but by this end of this video you will find it very easy. Okay, so let's move on to the video. So before for writing the Lewis dot structure we have to follow certain rules. Okay, I'll read out, then we will follow and then we will do. First of all, we have to write the total number of valence electrons of all the atoms. Okay, you have to calculate the number of valence electrons of each atom and you have to sum it up. Okay, the atom with lowest electronegativity must be placed at the center and the remaining atoms must be placed around it. This you can often see in all the atoms. See, if you take PCl3, phosphorus, which is less electronegative than chlorine, is the central metal atom. If you see SO2, sulfur, which is less electronegative than oxygen, is the central atom. The only exception for this is H2O, where the central atom is more electronegative than the hydrogen. The only exception is water. So you can often see the central metal atom will be the less in number and it will be the least electronegative. Okay, so next what we have to do, you have to connect the central atom. Okay, this is Ca. In shortcut I have written with the side atom with a single bond. At least one single bond will be there. No, you have to connect it with a single bond. Okay, so complete the octet of the side atoms first by placing electrons. So what is octet? So each atom must be surrounded with 8 electrons. Okay, then that's why then only it will become stable. Okay, if it attains this octet, then it means it is in stable condition and it will not react anymore. So this is the rule. So place the extra electrons, if any, on the central atom and complete the octet for the central atom also. So don't worry, we are going to apply this rule. Okay, so while applying you will get to know. Okay, so for these species we are going to solve. First I will write the Lewis dot structure, then we are going to solve the bond angle. Okay, so for NO3 minus, so nitrogen atom, we are going to take in account only the valence electrons. Okay, so what is the valence electron of nitrogen? It is 5 electrons. And oxygen, so it is 5 electron. For oxygen it is 6 electrons. It is 6 electrons valence electrons. For NO3 minus, it is what, one nitrogen atom is there, plus how many oxygen atoms are there? 3. So 6 into 3, 6 times 3. So this minus charge represents there is additional 1 electron. So if you sum it up, it is 24 electrons. It is 24 electrons. So what we are going to do, I'm going to apply the second rule. So I'm putting the, which is the least electronegative. Nitrogen is the least electronegative and it is less in number. So I'm putting in center. So the remaining side atoms, and I am arranging around it symmetrically. Okay, so then I'm connecting the central atom to the side atom through a single bond. At least one bond must be there, no? So remember, in the sigma bond, in the single bond, there are already 2 electrons. There are already 2 electrons. So 6 electrons. Totally 24 electrons are there and 6 electrons are involved in sigma bond. So 24 minus 6, so the remaining 18 electrons we have to arrange it. So how we can arrange? We have to fill the octet for the side atoms first. So for this oxygen, it must have octet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. For this electron, for this oxygen, already 2 electrons, I am putting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so 18 electrons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 12 electrons I have already given. So the remaining 6 I am going to put it around this oxygen. Okay, this oxygen I am going to put. So totally there are 24 electrons. You can count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Now check the octet has been solved or not. For the oxygens, the octet is completed. But for the nitrogen, check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is surrounded only by 6 electrons only. But each atom must be surrounded by 8 electrons, then only it will become stable. So what I can do, I can shift these 2 electrons here. These 2 electrons I am going to shift. So how the structure will become? So this is the nitrogen. Okay, so the oxygen is surrounded by, okay, so this is, I have shifted, so oxygen, so the remaining electrons will be here. So this is the oxygen. Okay, now check the octet for nitrogen. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Now the octet for the nitrogen is also completed. For this oxygen, check 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Okay, completed. So one more thing, there is a minus charge. There is a minus charge. That means an extra electron. The extra electron I am going to represent as X. It is also an electron, but it is an extra electron. Since this oxygen has the extra electron, I am going to give the charge minus to this oxygen. Okay, so where it derived from? See students, where it derived from the species? See, nitrogen, this is oxygen, this is one. Okay, this is derived from HNO3. Okay, so already it has 2 lone pairs. Okay, lone pairs. See this bond, if this H plus got ionized, these 2 electrons, the electron that belongs to hydrogen also has come to the oxygen. So this got derived from this structure. So this is for your information. Okay, where this extra electron is from? This extra electron is from this proton, from this hydrogen. Okay, so it has to get the minus charge, but actually this molecule is in resonance. This will not be, this charge is equally distributed to the whole molecule. So how we can write the structure? So N, this is oxygen surrounded by 8 electrons, and this is double bond O. Okay, 2 electrons. So this oxygen with 6 electrons. Okay, the whole charge, okay, the whole charge will be on the molecule. The whole charge will be on the molecule. Okay, so since it is in resonance. Okay, one more thing I want to tell you, there is a coordinate bond. See, this is X. Okay, this is an extra electron always, but it is an electron, it is an extra electron. Just want to differentiate, that's all. See, there is a coordinate bond. Which is a coordinate bond? How to find the coordinate bond? Here, this oxygen, what is the maximum valency of oxygen, students? The valency of oxygen is 2. Okay, see here the valency of oxygen is 2 and it is completed its octet. Here also the valency of oxygen is 2. Oxygen has made a bond with nitrogen and one more bond here. The extra electron belongs to hydrogen, so one more bond here. Valency is 2 and octet is finished. But here the valency is 1 but the octet is also completed. So here this is a coordinate bond. This is the hint, students. Okay, when the valency is less, here the valency is 1 but the octet is completed, so it is a coordinate bond. Okay, so let's see the hybridization. What is the hybridization? How to find the hybridization? So how to find the hybridization? So number of sigma bonds plus lone pair electrons, that is the hint, that is the trick to find. So what is the sigma bond? See here it is a sigma bond. The coordinate bond is also a sigma bond. In the pi bond, one of the bond is sigma bond, remember that. Okay, one of the bond is double bond, one of the bond is sigma bond. So how many sigma bonds? So 3 sigma bonds. And on nitrogen, is there any lone pair? No lone pair on nitrogen. So students, we have to consider only the central metal atom to find out the hybridization. We are finding the hybridization only for nitrogen here. Okay, so this is 3 sigma and no lone pair, so it is what? 3. So sp2, this is an sp2 hybridization. Okay, so here let's repeat the process. So here we know for nitrogen it is 5. So for NO2 minus 1 nitrogen is there, 5 plus 2 into 6. There are 2 oxygen atoms, this extra 1 electron. Okay, so totally it will be 18 electrons. So first I am going to write the central metal atom and I am going to write the side atoms symmetrically. Okay, so here there is, in the two bonds there are two electrons. There are two electrons. So 4 electrons has gone. So the remaining 14 electrons. 14 electrons I have to place it on the oxygen such that I am finishing the octet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. The remaining 2 electrons I am putting it on the, placing it on the nitrogen. And so this is a lone pair. Okay, now check for the octet. So the oxygen octet is completed, but check the nitrogen octet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Only 6 electrons, but it must surrounded by 8 electrons. Okay, so shift this 2 electrons. Here you can also shift this electron. Okay, so no problem. Everything is same. So here the lone pair is there, and I have shifted the 2 electrons to a bond. So okay, so here. Okay, and here also there is one extra electron, no? So here also it is derived from HNO2. Okay, so this electron represents that it is derived from the hydrogen, that it got ionized, extra electron. Okay, so here also there is a minus charge. So the minus charge will be in resonance, so the whole molecule will carry the charge. So how we can write it? So this is your nitrogen with your lone pair double bond O and your oxygen. The entire molecule, okay, will carry the negative charge because it will be in resonance. Resonance means what? The charge will be keep on transferring from one atom to another. Okay, so this is an extra electron. Okay, so students, so now there is no coordinate bond here. You see the oxygen, 2 valency is 2, octet has completed. Here also the valency is 2, the octet has completed. Okay, so let's check for the hybridization. So hybridization I am going to write only like in short form. So how many sigma bonds are there? 1 sigma bond. In this double bond, 1 sigma bond. Okay, so 2 sigma bonds plus 1 lone pair is there. So 1 lone, so totally it comes to 3. So it is also sp2. Okay, so how to find hybridization? There is a video, so I will give you the link. You can go and check there. Okay, so this is also sp2. Finally we will check the bond angle. Okay, so for this NO2, so NO2, so I am going to rush up because I told you how to find it. Okay, so this is what? 17 electrons. So nitrogen. So I am going to put the oxygen sidewise. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 electrons. 1 electron is there. So I am going to leftover electron only. I can keep it on the central metal atom. Now check the nitrogen doesn't have octet as usual, so I am shifting the electrons here to form a bond. So now there is a single electron. Okay, it is not a lone pair, it is a single electron. After moving, it has only 2 lone pairs, and this oxygen. Okay, so see, there is a coordinate bond here. You see the oxygen has octet, but it has only single bond, so it is a coordinate bond. Okay, so now also students, please check, this is very important. After shifting the bond also, you check the octet for the nitrogen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It has only 7 electrons. Okay, for this reason only this species, okay, is very much unstable and it exists as dimer. How it exists as dimer? You see, it will join with, so the maximum it obtained from the oxygen, no more to gain from oxygen. Maximum itself it already received from oxygen. So what it will do, it will couple with another species to form a bond. Okay, so that's why your NO2 molecule will always be exist as a dimer. Now see the octet: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for this nitrogen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for this nitrogen. Okay, that's why it exists as a dimer. This is also an important question, so please remember this. Okay, so what is the reason for the instability of NO2 molecule? Okay, because it has a singlet electron. Okay, so unpaired electron, so it gets paired up, that's why it exists as a diamond. Okay, so now see, I'm going to do a shortcut, NO2 to NO2 plus. How to derive this? If I take a electron, I can get this, no? So NO2 to NO2 plus, I must remove a electron. So what I'm going to do, see, from this structure, from this structure, I'm going to remove one electron. Where to remove the electron? From the least electronegative atom only I can remove the electron, right? Which is the least electronegative atom, nitrogen. So if I remove the electron, what will happen? This orbital will vanish, right? If I remove this electron, this orbital will vanish and the structure will become what? And the structure will become straight. Okay, for existence of this orbital only, it has taken this shape. After removing this electron, there will not be any orbital. We have to allot space for this only. What is the symmetrical shape for two orbital system? This is only. Okay, so this is NO2. So this is the species. Okay, now the octet is not finished, so I'm moving this electrons to the bond to form a bond. So this is nitrogen, double bond, NO with 2 electrons. So this is nitrogen. Okay, so the plus charge will be on nitrogen. Okay, so check for the octet: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. For this oxygen, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. For nitrogen, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. The octet is completed. Okay, now check for the hybridization. So what is the hybridization here? So this is a sigma bond, this is a sigma bond, and there is no lone pair. So only 2 sigma plus 0 lone pair. So it is 2. So it is what? sp hybridize. sp hybridization. And here also we forgot to do the hybridization for this NO2. See, this is what? This is 1 sigma, and this is what? Another sigma bond. And lone pair, there is no lone pair, but an unpaired electron, that also we have to take into account for hybridization. Okay, so 1. So it is 3. 3 means what? You have to start from S1. Remaining 2 is P2. Okay, so now let's check the bond angle. So for sp, what is the bond angle? It is linear, right? So it is linear. So the bond angle is 180 degree. There is no repulsion. There is no lone pair repulsion, nothing like that. So it is linear. The bond angle is 180 degree. And here sp2, what is the hybridization? It must be trigonal planar. Right, see here, this is the structure, trigonal planar. Is there any lone pair? While finding the bond angle, you must consider this rule: lone pair repulsion is greater than lone pair bond pair repulsion. Then comes your bond pair repulsion. Okay, lone pair there will be a huge repulsion, lone pair bond pair, and then least will be your bond pair. Okay, so here there is no lone pair. If there is no lone pair, we need not worry. So the bond angle, there will not be any repulsion. So the actual bond angle for the trigonal planar will be 120 degree. It will be maintained. So the bond angle is 120 degree. So here, when you come to here, or here, this is also sp2, this is also sp2. So, but there will be a difference in bond angle. See students, here there is a lone pair. Right, there is a lone pair. So what will happen? There will be a repulsion between this lone pair and this bond pair, the electrons in the bond pair, and there will be repulsion to this lone pair and the bond pair electron. So what it will do? There will be a repulsion. There will be a repulsion. So it will push. So it will push these orbitals. So what happened? This bond angle will become low. It will shrink, right? It is pushing, so this bond angle will come closer, So the actual expected bond angle is what? sp2 is 120 degree, but it will be lesser than 120 degree. It will be lesser than 120 degree, and it was observed to be 150 degree. Okay, so here what happens? The structure here is a singlet, a unpaired electron. Okay, an unpaired electron. So the repulsion between an unpaired electron and bond paired electron will be very low. Here the repulsion will be huge in this place between these electrons. Okay, so try to understand. So the repulsion, more repulsion here, more repulsion in this. So what will happen? Repulsion takes place here, so it will move towards this side. So the bond angle, expected bond angle, the bond angle, this is bond angle, will be greater than 120 degree. Okay, always we measure the bond angle between the atoms and not between the any lone pair and atom. Okay, lone pair and all, it's a cloud of electrons and we don't take into consideration. Okay, so it will be what can you understand, students, what is the difference between these two? Here the repulsion is more here, repulsion is more here, so it is pushes in this way, so the bond angle shrinks. Here it is the other way, here the repulsion is more because it is a unpaired electron. So okay, so the repulsion between the unpaired electron and this bond angle is not that much, so the repulsion takes place here, so it moves here. So it is what the observed is 134 degree. If you see this, the bond angle is between what? The bond angle is between sp and sp2, right? 181, it is between 120 to 180. Okay, so please remember this. So what is the order of bond angle? So first comes your linear, right? So NO2 plus, okay, is the greatest bond angle, and then comes your NO2, okay, and then comes your NO2 minus, and then comes your NO3 minus, not your NO2 minus, I'm sorry, this is what? NO3 minus, and finally this is NO2 minus. So this is 180 degree, and this is 134 degree, and this is 120 degree, and 115 degree. Okay, so how you can remember? 2 plus 2, 3 minus 2 minus. Okay, don't confuse yourself. Okay, so this is how, please remember this. Okay, so this is your bond angle. Okay, your NO2 will be the species having the large bond angle. Okay, thanks for watching, students. Hope you understood the video, and please like, subscribe and share with your friends. Okay, thanks for watching.